What would you do if you saw a mother of 5 live streaming from a motel room at 2 a.m.? Would you assume she'd fallen on hard times and offer to help? Or would you keep scrolling? And what if you found out that that same woman days later was flaunting a fresh set of nails, a new hairstyle, and a bright smile full of expensive dental work, while her kids appeared on camera looking like they hadn't been bathed or fed properly? These are the kinds of questions people keep asking about Grip Baby, the woman behind the YouTube channel Griptown Family of 6. Depending on who you ask, she's either a struggling single mom doing what she can to survive, or one of the most shameless grifters to ever hit the Go Live button. And the truth is that it's tangled up somewhere in between scandal, speculation, and a whole lot of internet drama. At first glance, her channel seems like another day-in-the-life vlog. Chaotic, messy, but spend enough time watching, and a different pattern starts to emerge. Donations roll in during teary live streams.
He's able to simple. It is eating off of me.
You just gonna have to let her, I don't know. It's over. It's gonna be all right, look.
Supporters send money for rent, groceries, and emergencies. And yet the emergencies never seem to end, and the living situation rarely improves. And even if it does, it comes with a scam scheme.
Y'all sit your ass up there and really believe Grip Baby got a new house, 5 bedroom, 3 bath. Y'all so gullible.
What's worse, the people who reach out to help often end up as the villains in Grip Baby's narrative.
Grip, that is true.
Man, I've been doing it, bro. I've been doing
so
that
mad.
shit. What are y'all talking about? Everybody ain't picking at me like y'all said they is.
Today's savior becomes tomorrow's backstabber, all broadcast to an audience hungry for the next chapter of the drama. It's a cycle, and Grip Baby seems to know exactly how to keep it going. Behind the live stream chaos are deeper, darker allegations. Viewers and former supporters have accused her of scamming her audience, rough-handling her kids, and even engaging in explicit activities within sight of them.
Your 12 or 13-year-old daughter watched you sit on top of a man and ride him.
And then there's the question no one can seem to shake. Where do her priorities really lie? This deep dive isn't about a single scandal. It's about a pattern, one that repeats itself over and over in different forms, always with the same core ingredients: chaos, money, neglect, and an audience willing to watch it all unfold. In today's video, we'll examine who Grip Baby is, how she built her platform, the people she's feuded with, and the disturbing reality behind the content that keeps her channel alive. Griptown Family of 6 is a social media account run by Grip Baby, a mother of 5 who creates content centered on her life and family. On paper, it's meant to be a family vlog, clips of everyday moments, milestones, and the messy reality of parenting a large family.
This is the Griptown Family of 6.
You know! So today, you guys, it is my
Mama birthday.
Woo! This is the Griptown Family of 6. You know! Don't forget to
Like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't forget to ring that little
Bell. Hit that little bell.
The way it's packaged, you might expect wholesome family content with a touch of raw, unfiltered honesty. But behind the smiling thumbnails lies a channel that has become a lightning rod for controversy. Over time, what started as snapshots of motherhood is blurred into a chaotic mix of live stream rants, personal feuds, emotional pleas for money, and moments that have left viewers questioning not just Grip Baby's judgment, but the safety and well-being of her children. Now, if you haven't had the questionable pleasure of seeing this woman and her cringeworthy videos pop up in your feed yet, let us give you guys a quick rundown of who Grip Baby actually is. Her real name is Acacia Lachey Johnson, born in August 1985, which makes her a 40-year-old woman right now. She was born and raised in Griffin, Georgia, and over the course of her life, she's had a total of 8 children. Yeah, you heard that right, 8.
But I will tell y'all my name is Shay. I am 36 years old. I am the mother of 8 kids originally. 3 kids is in heaven.
Now, the issue here isn't that she's chosen to have so many kids. The problem is that Grit Baby doesn't appear to have the stability, the life skills, or the financial means to properly take care of even one of them. And in some ways, we'd argue she might actually be worse than Miss Independent Nika. And by the time we're done here, you'll see exactly why we're saying that. Today, she has 5 children in her care. The other 3, she says, were lost due to miscarriage. In one of her older videos, Grit Baby mentioned that she has a learning disability that makes it difficult for her to read and pronounce certain words. She's also stated that some of her children have inherited this condition, even claiming that 2 of her kids are borderline autistic.
I'm a original mama of 8 kids. This is my first time ever doing this, so y'all bear with me. 3 on me heaven. I lost 2 boys and 1 girl. God blessed me with 4 girls and 1 boy. That's what I have now. I have Miracle. I have Alfred. I have Mackenzie. I have Francis. And I have Ava. That is my last baby. The reason I want to do this because me and 3 of my kids have a disability. I'm ADD, HADD, a learning disability, and a speech problem. My other kids have the same disability. They have a little bit more, one on a little bit on the borderline of autistic. I have 2 kids on the borderline of autistic.
And this is something you'll notice her doing a lot as her story unfolds, telling her struggles in a way that's clearly designed to gain sympathy, almost like it's part of the script. She'll make sure to mention disabilities, medical conditions, and any other hardships she can bring up, all to tug at heartstrings and encourage people to open their wallets. It's the kind of tactic that works far too well on the internet, because there will always be a group of genuinely kind-hearted viewers who want to help. Either that, or there will be people intentionally enabling these kinds of degenerates for the sole purpose of their entertainment. The problem here is that when help keeps coming without accountability, it doesn't inspire change, it fuels the behavior. And in cases like Grit Babies, it creates a cycle we've seen way too many times before, where the online audience ends up enabling the very worst habits of the very worst people. And if you're wondering about the fathers of her children, there's a whole roster. She's got about 4 different baby daddies, and as far as we know, not a single one of them is actually around or involved in the kids' lives. From what we've gathered, Grip started making videos on Facebook and YouTube in 2021, and that's when she first went viral. Around the same time, she began doing a lot of live streams on Facebook, which eventually pulled her into the chaotic world of TikTok. That's where things really took off. And before long, she wasn't just going viral, she was becoming a full-blown meme.
I'm the birthday boy. Oh, the sister. I'm not the birthday boy, I'm the birthday mom. You already know, girl, baby, Indy. I'm not the birthday boy, I'm the birthday mama. Lady. I'm the birthday boy. Yeah!
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
However, when the Griptown family of 6 first appeared on YouTube, it wasn't immediately obvious that the channel would become a magnet for online controversy. At its core, the concept was simple: a single mother of 5 documenting her everyday life, giving viewers an unfiltered look at parenting in all its chaos. In an oversaturated YouTube landscape filled with polished, picture-perfect momfluencers, Grit Baby's videos felt raw. There were no neatly curated homes, no matching outfits for the kids, no slow-motion montages set to ukulele music. Instead, her uploads carried an energy that some viewers found real. What you see is what you get style that broke from the glossy, heavily edited mold of family vlogging. She'd talk directly to the camera, updating viewers on what her family was going through, sprinkling in snippets of her kids playing, eating, or just running around in the background. In the beginning, that authenticity worked in her favor. She was always honest about her living conditions, her finances, and honestly seemed harmless, but oh boy, the internet was so wrong on this one.
Mel, I'm on YouTube though. Don't get this taking you, dumbass. Be quiet.
Regardless, the initial content was much better, even wholesome at times. In some of her older videos, she's seen cleaning up the neighborhood trash with her kids, and it's the kind of content that honestly made her seem harmless.
So you guys, you already know it's a girl grip, baby, in the bed. So, just because you live in the hood, that don't mean you don't take care of the hood. But that being said, it's so much trash, I do this every day, and I decide to film tonight. So y'all gonna see me, you see all this I got? I'm gonna keep going. And all this up. So this what I have to do, y'all. Every day.
What's up, what's up, what's up? This is the Grip Town Family Visit. We not the one, the two, or the three. You know. So today, you guys, we is finna pick up the trash in the neighborhood because you see all this trash.
Most of Grit Baby's early content was also a mix of songs she made herself and random videos that, while not exactly bad, were just unnecessarily loud and painfully cringe.
The birthday boy, the birthday your assistant. I'm not the birthday boy, I'm the birthday girl.
I'm not the birthday boy, I'm the birthday boy. Oh, the sister.
I'm not the birthday boy, I'm the birthday mom. You already know, girl, baby, in the building.
I'm not the birthday boy. I'm the birthday grandmother, Lady J.
I'm the birthday boy.
Yay!
Birthday boy in the building, birthday boy, here we come. Birthday boy in the building, birthday boy, here we come. My brother's birthday today, and we finna turn up. My brother's birthday today.
Yeah, you get the point. And that's precisely why people started paying attention. The whole family was just a little too cringe and unintentionally funny, teetering on that line where it's almost uncomfortable to watch. In other words, prime meme-worthy material. However, at the same time, viewers also related to her no-frills approach and her willingness to share the messy, imperfect side of motherhood that so many other vloggers hid behind perfect lighting and Pinterest-worthy decor. It wasn't just the content, it was the narrative. Grit Baby was a single mother of 5, raising her kids while facing financial hardship. She talked openly about struggling to make ends meet, dealing with housing instability, and the daily grind of trying to provide for her kids. Her audience wasn't massive, but it was dedicated. People tuned in regularly, not just for entertainment, but because they genuinely wanted to see her succeed. In those early days, Grit Baby presented herself as the underdog, and the internet loves an underdog story.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Hey, YouTube, this is the Grip Time Family of 6. You know, this is our first video. We are making lasagna.
Yeah. And my name is TTW Period 2.
Oh, yeah.
Your name?
And my name is Princess.
That I don't think they got the idea of it, but the more video we'll do, the more better we gonna get, you know. So they work with us. Subscribe to our channel, like, and comment. And don't forget that bell, you know.
She built around her channel wasn't just made up of casual viewers, it was full of people who felt personally invested in her life. They left encouraging comments, offered advice, and sometimes even sent small amounts of money or gifts to help out. For many, she represented a kind of real mom that they didn't see anywhere else online. Flawed, outspoken, and unapologetically herself. But even in those first months, there were cracks in the image. The same raw honesty that drew people in also meant there were moments caught on camera that didn't sit right with certain viewers. Small details began to stand out. A child looking disheveled, meals that seemed inadequate, or the way she sometimes snapped at her kids in frustration while the camera was rolling.
How you call your child a bitch and look at yourself in the mirror? Easy. Motherfucking easy. Easy as a motherfucker. I'm looking at myself in the camera now, bitch.
These were isolated incidents at first, easily brushed off by supporters as just the normal stress of parenting. But for others, they were early warning signs. Another red flag came in the form of her frequent live streams. While her pre-recorded videos maintained some structure, her lives were unpredictable. She would go live at all hours, often with the kids awake in the background, and the tone could swing wildly from upbeat and chatty to tearful and frustrated.
This is my way out the hood. This is my way getting my baby a good start, getting them to find the thing in life. It's nothing wrong with it. Because I'm hurt, people making videos about me saying that they don't got on father like it's my fault. I am taking a break.
In these live streams, she began sharing more personal struggles in real time. Late rent, broken appliances, father trouble, and viewers began to notice a pattern. Almost every personal hardship came with an ask, whether directly or indirectly, for financial help. It's important to note that in these early days, most people didn't see this as suspicious. Many understood her as a mother in genuine need, and if you were part of her audience at the time, it wasn't unusual to feel moved to send a few dollars her way. But looking back, this was the start of a cycle that would come to define her channel. Still, the drama that would later engulf her brand wasn't yet in full swing. For now, the channel continued to grow slowly but steadily. Her subscriber count ticked upward, her live stream audience expanded, and her name began circulating in small online communities that follow family vloggers. Yet, as with so many creators who live their lives publicly, the very thing that brought her success, transparency, also opened the door for criticism. Every upload was another opportunity for viewers to dissect her parenting, her priorities, and her choices. And while some people defended her for a while, others began keeping mental tallies of moments that didn't add up. Why did she always seem to have freshly done hair when she claimed to be behind on rent? Why were her kids' clothes often wrinkled or dirty, even when she just posted about treating herself to something new? Why did every few weeks seem to bring a new emergency? These questions didn't yet dominate the conversation around Grip Baby, but they were seeds that would grow into much larger accusations as the months went on. And while those early warning signs might have seemed small at the time, they were the foundation for everything that would come next. The feuds, the scams, the allegations, and the slow unraveling of the real mom image that had first drawn people in. As more and more people started discovering her, whether it was out of genuine curiosity, morbid fascination, or just to mock and bully her, her live streams began to take on a very different tone. In the early days, she mostly stuck to battling other creators for gifts, keeping things relatively light, or at least predictable.
The pink eye shelter is popping, thank you. Can just be patient. Wait.
But as time went on, the streams became increasingly erratic. Viewers started to notice a shift. Gone were the harmless little competitions, replaced by long, teary monologues where she would break down on camera, spilling intimate details about her personal struggles. She'd talk about financial problems, health issues, and hardships in a way that felt raw enough to make people wonder if she was genuinely in trouble. And because at the time most viewers had no idea about her patterns or the way she operated, many took her at face value. Out came the wallets, donations started pouring in, and what might have started as genuine sympathy soon became the perfect setup for her to keep repeating the cycle. She also took to her social media to announce that she was open for promotions, but her rates quickly raised eyebrows. She was charging a minimum of $60 just for a single story post, and a whopping $125 for a full-page post on her account. For many, it seemed like an ambitious price tag considering her reputation and the unpredictable nature of her content, but that didn't stop her from pitching it with full confidence. And because the internet drama gods never sleep, her Feud Express also soon started, and surprisingly enough, the first person she picked a fight with was her own sister. Yup, family first, but not in the Hallmark way. She hopped on TikTok and announced that her sister was in jail and she needed donations to pay for her bail money.
They didn't call me until Sunday. Since our relationship's so good, Markeisha, why your best friend didn't call me until Sunday? Because our relationship ain't good and you didn't want me to know. And it was about that money.
That's all they will buy. But you can have them $34 you send me in your cash out. It's not that serious. But as you get 500 in stats from me, you will never get that. A person out the street will get more than any of my family. Because y'all is dirty bitches. And Nisha to be your best friend, why she keep dogging you out and telling people that you still like catfish? And you know, shit like that, and you stink real bad and you're not pure. You know, it don't got to the point. And then for you to mention my kids' name, for you to say, oh, you sat up there with Junior for 3 days. Yes, you did. But you called and asked me. You know, you asked me. And I'm like, yeah, I would love for you to sit with him because I didn't have nobody up there with him. You dogging my kids out, talking about what you don't did for them. Now, time I ain't said what I don't did for your kid. And I look out for them too. And I have to look out for you. You can tell in your live and in your video it's about money. You want money so bad.
But in the same breath, she also said a bunch of stuff about her sister too, saying her sister was off the streets, always begging her for cash, and even throwing in a few digs about how she was the one looking after her kids. Well, nothing says sibling love quite like asking strangers for money while publicly trashing your own flesh and blood. Now, when Grit Baby first posted this video, nobody really understood what was going on or what exactly had triggered the whole rant. It just seemed to come out of nowhere, but things started to make a lot more sense soon after, because once her sister got out of jail, the very first thing she did was make a response video directly addressing Grit Baby, and that's when all the missing pieces started falling into place.
Hello, people. I'm just now getting back into my phone. My phone been giving me trouble. This message is especially for my sister. The Grip Time family of 6, or Keisha Lachey Johnson, whatever you want to call her.
So in this video, Grit Baby's sister claimed she was outright lying. According to her, she had never once asked Grit Baby for money. She also clarified that while they might have been on okay terms in the past, they never spoke every day or were ever that close to begin with. What really seemed to set her off, though, was the fact that Grit Baby decided to air out her personal business to the entire internet without any warning or permission. She made it clear that this was something she found completely unacceptable. By the end of the video, she stated point blank that she would never speak to Grit Baby again, effectively declaring that their relationship was over for good.
What you did was straight foolishness. You went on live saying you raising money to get me out of jail. I haven't even talked to you. I have not talked to you. I have not, you said we don't talk like that. We do talk. We have an okay relationship. Lies and stuff you speak on. I hope it was so worth it getting on live telling my personal business. But when it comes to you and the things I did for your kids, I don't go on live and tell your personal business. Whatever you told, that was on you. That wasn't me. I hope. And then you raised money and you didn't give me one dime. So you scammed the people. But that's what you want. I hope whatever you trying to achieve in life is worth it. Because you just lost a sister. Don't talk to me. Periodly. You think I'm playing watch me. Don't talk to me. It's ridiculous how you carry on. Nobody else don't want to speak on it. But I'm going to speak on it because I'm sick of this foolishness that you be doing. You did not. If you raised some money, whatever money you got, I had nothing to do with it because I didn't receive one dime of it. But I hope it was worth it. I want you to leave me alone. Don't ask about me. Don't ask what I'm doing or nothing. I'm not talking to you. Leave me alone. And you always go on live and lie and said nobody help you. Liar. I have so many pictures, so many videos of things that I have about your kids and help you. You liar. Yes, you have a disability. Your mind ain't gone. Your mind is still there. You know exactly what you're doing. You're a bit manipulator. It's ridiculous.
However, what really made people suspicious was that her own sister was accusing her of scamming her audience. She claimed that Grip had probably raked in donations during her live streams by playing the sympathy card, all while having no intention of ever giving a single cent to her. According to the sister, the whole "my sister is asking me for money" narrative was nothing more than a convenient way to get people to open their wallets. Money that never actually made its way to the person it was supposedly meant for. Now, this was the first incident in a long list of antics she pulled that made a lot of people question whether she was really struggling or just lying to her audience. If what her sister said about getting her money from donations but keeping it to herself was true, then she was clearly deceiving the very people who were kind enough to support her. This wouldn't just make her dishonest, it would make her guilty of using a downright disgusting tactic to fund her addictions and feed into her lazy personality. Regardless, this little tiff with her sister was still one of those early controversies that people seem to brush under the rug. At that point, it was seen more as petty drama than anything too damaging. But what really marked the start of her downfall, the point where people began turning on her in droves, was when she flew out to Houston with a bunch of teenagers, supposedly to make content. So what happened was that this boy Demond from a teen influencer group called Young and Turned supposedly messaged her and offered to fly her and her kids out to Houston. According to him, the idea was that he and his team could help her make content and turn it into a money-making opportunity. And what did Grip do? Well, she took him up on it, packed up her kids, and flew out to Houston to hang around with a bunch of teenagers. However, this trip wasn't exactly all rainbows and glitter, at least not according to Grip Baby herself. During her entire time in Houston with her kids, she kept posting pictures and short clips of them playing around the house, where she, Demond, the teenagers, and her kids were staying. She even did a couple of live streams here and there, but she didn't really address much about what was going on until she returned home. When she returned home, Grip Baby wasted no time going live on stream, crying about the $4,900 she had taken with her to Houston, money that, according to her, was now completely gone. She explained that the reason she no longer had the money was that she had spent it on wigs while she was there, and also had to buy food to feed herself and her kids.
They got you there for clout. I've been saying it the whole time you've been there. They used her for content clout because the little boy kept making lives.
And I can see how they just looking at your kids.
Listen,
So what?
I would don't pay $900 for the praise sticker. At least take me to the airport. Y'all can't imagine how much food I've been buying. I had $4,900 when I came up.
Somebody need to pray. Who's that shit high as hell in Houston? The
I
purpose
look
is
out the
only.
window. Y'all don't got something to eat. If my kids sitting on hungry for like this, like y'all don't know how to order this. I don't know how to do this.
That's crazy, baby.
Who is the motherfucker?
That's what nobody who invited her to use her for fucking content.
And I feel like it's my fault.
It's not your fault, girl. It's not your fault.
Girl, I know you was
All type of videos, parks, in front of complexes everywhere.
Your baby just walked in that room. I heard your baby. I know.
I heard her too.
What did she say?
She ready to eat.
She ready to eat.
In short, she seemed genuinely shocked that she had to spend even a penny during the trip. From the way she told it, she probably thought she'd be living there rent-free, getting free food, and receiving full support to make content for her social media and YouTube channel. But as it turned out, none of that happened. Instead, when her expectations weren't met, Grip Baby began making a string of accusations and negative remarks about the teen influencer group online. She said that she ended up having to buy food for the teenagers living in the house, since there was nothing provided for them. At one point, one of the girls from the group offered to do her hair, but she didn't like the result. On top of that, she claimed the house didn't give them anything to eat, and there weren't even basic kitchen supplies like pots or pans to cook with. Eventually, the situation became so problematic for her that she decided to leave. She even had to cover the cost of her own ticket back home, which drained the rest of the money she had brought with her to Houston. However, the group she was staying with, and one of the kids who offered to help her, had a completely different version of events. According to our guy Demond, Grip Baby was lying through her teeth. He claimed that there were pots and pans in the house and that he personally helped her make content, even creating thumbnails for her. The groupie said supported her in putting content on her social media, but she herself wasn't ready to promote it.
I flew her out here. When it was time to record content, I'll ask. Then she'll stop and smoke a cigarette. I'll be like, okay, that's what she do. She want to smoke a cigarette, I'm gonna let her smoke a cigarette. Then afterwards, she'll be like, oh, my probably she'll gotta get the kids together. And let's talk about how we did everything for her. She ain't edit no video. She ain't paid for the thumbnail. Wait, I flew her out. I edited their video. And she talking about she was buying us. I posted their video. Tell her we ain't asked for none of the food that she bought. None of the food. And the food she bought, we did not eat. It's still there. It's literally in the trash. We didn't want it, Grip. We didn't want it. She trying to make it seem like they're so bad. I bought this $4,900 stuff too. We tried to help her. Bro, I tried my hardest to help her, y'all. She would not listen. Like a person like that, you just can't help. I tried my hardest. Like no influencer gonna do what I did for you, Grip. Fly you out, edit your videos, post them for you. Get a thumbnail, like come on now. And she didn't even want to promote her own video on her TikTok, y'all.
He did admit, however, that he wasn't buying her food. In his words, he had already paid for her to come to Houston and provided a house for her to live in free of cost, so he didn't see why he should also feed her and her 5 kids. However, that being said, the group also claimed that there were times when they bought as many as 10 boxes of pizza so her family could eat well. We came across a TikTok on Reddit from one of the guys in the group, where he wrote in his caption, "The fact that Grip went on social media lying on our group is insane. We were so genuine to a woman and her kids just for her to backdoor us. We never fed your kids. We literally got like 10 boxes of pizza just so everyone can eat. I hope you got the attention you wanted, but lesson learned for sure." Other than this, the group also claimed that when she left, she didn't exactly leave on the best of terms. According to them, she left their house in a complete mess, walked out without telling anyone, and even left their gate wide open. Things really started to escalate when Grip Baby began publicly talking about how they didn't feed her and how all her money was gone. To defend themselves, the group decided to go live on social media. In that live stream, they showed viewers exactly what the room she had been staying in looked like after she left. And honestly, it was not a pretty sight. The room was in a state of absolute disarray. And the bathroom in particular was downright disgusting.
And stuff like that. Look, her son draws.
Okay, we don't want to see the kid stuff. I don't want to see the kid stuff. But
This how she left the restroom, just like this.
Oh.
Now, who was trifling? Like, oh my God, he's sad. Now, do y'all believe me, y'all?
I mean, we don't really think we need to elaborate on this. It's just horrifying. Imagine letting someone stay in your house and they leave that in your bathroom as a little parting gift. At one point during the teen's live stream, Demon decided to hop on live with Grip Baby, all while still being connected to the group's live. This, of course, turned into a chaotic back and forth, with the group calling her out and Grip Baby completely losing her cool. It was messy, loud, and full of accusations flying in every direction.
Let me see them dripping, bitch. Instead of seeing y'all fat ass dripping, let me see the motherfucking mouth. Look at some panties. You talking about? You talking about? Some diapers. That's not. You talking about? He wearing size 11. What man wearing size 11 in shoes? You want to kill me? I'm on the phone.
Yeah, sure.
After some time, both Grip Baby and the group got off live, but the drama didn't end there. That's when Demon's mother made her entrance into the stream. She stepped in to defend her kid, insisting that Grip Baby and her kids were well taken care of in the house, that they actually enjoyed staying there, and that they didn't even want to go back home.
I'm a mother before anything. I'm not a believer in what's going on at all. I let Grip do what she do, which is do her little BS that she do with this crying and begging for money and all that kind of stuff. I let her play all day. Y'all ain't heard from me until now. Because what I'm not going to do is this. I don't make money and do this all day to get money to pay my bills. I have a 9-to-5 job. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the medical field. Always at work. I'm definitely in my kids' life. They life. Young and turn are my kids. My son is the month. However, for y'all to be thinking I'm supposed to be on here arguing with Grip all day, baby, y'all got me so messed up.
I'm with you when you're right, because they did say that you don't do content.
Okay. Hold on. Because I've been watching y'all live. So I've been hearing you talk. I've been hearing you tell them, well, the parents get y'all parent. She's an adult, y'all are kids. It's true. However, we not going to let Grip just be Grip when it comes to younger turn. You're going to have some respect and you're going to have some order. If you ever on the live, if you ever in my face, you're going to have respect with my children and with them, because they're, like I said, they're my kids as well. So for y'all to expect me to be doing this all day, no ma'am. I'm going to say what I got to say and I'm going to leave it alone. Now, if we got her blood sister on here saying what we saying is true, this is how she is, that's how she is. I don't need all these adults saying where the parent. You think Grip really came to a 15-year-old house? It's not the Munn house, it's my house. I've definitely had a conversation with her. I didn't even call her phone. I need to FaceTime you. I need to see you. I've done my research.
And if you think that was the peak of the madness, oh no, it went further. Demon's mother and the group ended up going live with none other than Grip's own sister. That's when the real tea started spilling.
I would say I did not know he was a child. I did not know who she was with. Because we have an okay relationship, but I don't talk to her like that. But if something happened, I will go. So with that being said, you is right. I didn't find out he was a child until after I reached out to him. I didn't. Or otherwise, I would have reached out to you. But like I said, I don't do this like this. So I haven't been keeping up with who she was with, how old they was. I wasn't keeping up with it. But out of respect, I should have reached out to you, but I didn't know.
Nah, it's cool. It's understandable. You didn't know.
And it's not to bash my sister, but right is right and wrong is wrong. She actually bashed me. And her brother and her mom, auntie, anybody, she bashed all day on her live. It's not nothing I'm making up. It's recordings on there.
So Grip's sister basically told everyone that this kind of behavior was nothing new. This is just who Grip is and has always been. She went on to accuse Grip Baby, her family, and even her mother of bullying her. According to her, none of this should surprise anyone, because Grip Baby is a grifter and a scammer, and that's exactly what people should expect from her. Now, in our opinion, this was the real turning point. The moment Grip truly stepped into her career as a full-blown degenerate. Before this incident, a lot of people actually saw her as a decent mom. Honestly, her kids looked well-fed, they wore nicer clothes, and on the surface, things seemed fine. But let's be real, that's not the standard for good parenting. And soon after this mess, people started digging through her old posts. What they pieced together from her feed turned out to be more disturbing than anyone could have imagined. First of all, she was in general extremely rough with her kids. There are videos of her manhandling and yelling at them for no apparent reason. A lot of people have also pointed out that she was physically abusing them.
I got all the receipts, y'all. And she said when Francis asked for something to eat, Grip popped the
Right. Who is
I got the messages, y'all.
Who is Francis?
The daughter.
Which one?
And she said she offered to give her something to eat, and Grip would not let her get it. Get it.
One particularly upsetting clip shows one of her children visibly flinching the moment she moved closer. A reaction that spoke volumes without a single word being said.
But she 4 years old, so all that y'all were doing picking.
And this isn't an isolated incident either. People who consistently watch her have pointed out several other moments where her kids could be seen flinching when around her.
We need for y'all to tell friends and stuff. Don't keep doing that. We need these subscribers. Without the subscribers, we can't get to another level. And I thank y'all for everything that y'all have did for us, and God bless y'all. And we will be back on in a minute, in a little bit. Grip time, we out.
Play no more, we don't. It's a grip time, it's a grip time. We don't pray no more.
Now, flinching like that is not normal for a child. Kids don't instinctively recoil from a parent unless they've learned through repeated experience that getting close might mean getting hurt or yelled at. A child's first instinct around their parent should be comfort and safety, not fear. The look on that kid's face in the video wasn't just surprise, it was pure fear. And that's something no healthy parent-child relationship should ever have. Moreover, another thing people have pointed out is her living situation. She apparently lives in motels but refers to them as suites, as if rebranding them somehow makes the situation better. In reality, she's constantly moving from one motel room to another, which means her kids never have a stable or familiar place to call home. That kind of instability can be extremely damaging for children, making them feel unsettled and unsafe. On top of that, the places she stays in are shockingly unhygienic. There are bugs crawling on the floors and walls, trash piled up, and a general stench of neglect. And on top of that, she gets mad at her kids when they mention it.
By the black thing.
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. What you talking about? I don't see what you're talking about, man. Cause you. So it's something else?
No.
Is it?
No.
So why you keep saying that then? Move.
Honestly speaking, it's not just messy. It's a breeding ground for illness and infection, raising serious concerns about her children's health and well-being. Yet, instead of taking steps to clean up or find a better living arrangement, Grit Baby spends most of her time live streaming and begging strangers for money that never goes towards her kids or proper rental. And on top of all this, a lot of people have also called her out for allegedly doing drugs and being addicted to substances.
This is why I literally stopped falling for Grit Baby's sad ass stories a long time ago. And for all the ones who be in my comment section, oh, Grit Baby this, Grit Baby that, y'all be hating on her, y'all are dead ass fools. Like, we all knew and had speculations like, this lady's still on dope. But no, they just clipped together all of her live videos. When she be on live with Telvin and some more people she be on live with, when she bends down and gets out the camera and y'all hear her sniff, she's snorting a line. Then she gets back in the camera and wipe her nose like we some damn fools and don't know what the hell you doing.
People have also pointed out that whenever she's on live, there are moments where she suddenly bends down and appears to sniff something. It's subtle but noticeable enough that viewers have started to question what exactly she's doing off camera during those pauses.
Yeah.
I know she's trying to have a gospel stuff at the most time, but Chicago CC, we finna turn her. We finna turn. I know she's trying to have a game ball.
Now, while we can't confirm how much truth there is to this speculation, one TikTok user made a video pointing out something concerning. In one of Grit Baby's own videos, she can be seen subtly slipping what appears to be a crack pipe under her leg, as if trying to hide it from the camera. Whether or not she actually uses it, the fact that this is even a question raises serious concerns, especially considering she has young children in that environment.
We was just making TikTok, so I need for y'all to go on our TikTok because we ain't got many followers.
Y'all seen that video about Grit Baby? Now, I did think that it was, soft, but it looks like it's deeper than soft. And, I have sold my share of drugs in the past, and I have been around a whole lot of junkies in my life. And I know what I see, and I know my eye ain't unkeen to this. And I'm going to let y'all see, but this is not the key type. This is the pipe type. Hold on. Yeah, y'all see what's in her hand? Zoom in, pause. If you got to slow it down, whatever you got to do. Do y'all see what's in her hand?
Now, we don't know for sure if it was actually a crack pipe she was hiding, but we also can't ignore that there are some telltale signs she might be using drugs. The first and most obvious is her overall health, which appears consistent with what's often seen in long-term addicts. She's frequently slow in her movements, tends to slur her words, and before recently had teeth that were in very poor condition, again similar to what you'd expect in heavy drug users. Interestingly, since she started making money through online donations, she's managed to get her teeth fixed, though that in itself is another story entirely. You see, she's been wanting to get her teeth done for a very long time, and she has a habit of asking people for money online under the guise of helping her out. She likes to present herself as a struggling mother of 5 with no means of earning other than social media. Now, we don't think there's anything wrong with making a living through social media, But to depend entirely on donations and random strangers on the internet to support your lifestyle and your kids is just plain irresponsible and honestly disgusting. She's even said in multiple videos that why she would want to pay for anything.
At this point, so nobody even be trying me to pay $90 and $100 to do my side hair when I'm hot like this.
As far as she's concerned, now that she's people sending her money, she doesn't need to spend a dime of her own or lift a finger to actually support herself or her family. And here's the kicker. On top of all the donations from her live streams and the gifts she gets from strangers online, she also receives food stamps for herself and each of her kids. So it's not like she's without resources to take care of them. But ever since this money started flowing in, she's been on a full-blown spending spree. Cosmetic procedures, getting her teeth fixed, yet somehow nothing is ever spent on her kids. In fact, it's rare to see her even feeding her children on camera, which is ironic considering she initially framed her content as a wholesome family channel about their daily life. That being said, we want to address something we think is very important here. This kind of game that Grit Baby is playing is one we've seen far too many times. In our opinion, the internet has caused a culture where certain people start to feel entitled, believing they deserve money simply for existing online. Donating to people like this isn't charity, it's essentially funding their personal indulgences. Instead of helping them improve their lives or support something meaningful, that money often ends up going towards unnecessary cosmetic procedures, luxury items, or other non-essential expenses. In Grit Baby's case, this financial support doesn't motivate her to change, it enables her to continue her harmful patterns. She can neglect her children, mistreat them, and still expect the internet to foot her bills every month, because she's convinced people will keep paying no matter what she does. And heaven forbid if anyone dares to call her out, she either doubles down or starts crying on live stream, fishing for sympathy from her audience.
There's enough for Papa John pizza. No, there ain't enough for Papa John. Oh, my son's trying to get Papa John pizza. Can't anybody help me get Papa John pizza? You know he eat a lot and take a whole piece of that for him. And then you know Ava, she eat a half by herself. Then I got 3 more kids.
And if that doesn't work, she flips the switch, getting angry, hurling insults, and shouting at anyone who challenges her.
PS and everything on me.
But they call CPS, but you still got the baby, so you don't.
And I still got my baby. They can't do nothing. They say I do white stuff. They wake my kids up at 2 and 3 in the morning with the police, and they still here. They still here.
And by the way, all of this happens while her kids are in the background, soaking in every toxic word and every hostile reaction. They're growing up watching these patterns play out, learning that this kind of manipulative, aggressive, and self-victimizing behavior is normal. And as if that's not bad enough, there's also a video circulating on Reddit that has left a lot of people genuinely disturbed. In it, she's live streaming with some people, chatting away as if nothing else in the world matters, while her young daughter is clearly visible in the background without her pants on, fully exposing herself on camera. Any responsible parent would have immediately ended the stream, addressed the situation, and ensured the child's safety and privacy. But instead, she appears completely unfazed, more focused on entertaining random viewers than protecting her own child. This isn't just careless, it's deeply irresponsible. Live streaming to strangers means you never truly know who's watching, and allowing a child to be exposed in that environment is beyond reckless.
I don't give a fuck about nothing. Y'all need to get gripped the fuck off the internet. There ain't no motherfucking reason that there should be video circulating of that little ass girl without no goddamn pimp or no goddamn pants because she was on live too goddamn worried about some motherfucking views to pay attention to her motherfucking children. I was already mad as that y'all let this motherfucking crackhead get all this attention, all these views, all these this whole entire platform, and she ain't done shit to help her motherfucking kids out. They still living in that nasty ass apartment. They still got them nasty ass roaches. I know she done had a couple months worth of motherfucking checks.
Besides everything else, her treatment of her children is downright disturbing. She's been caught on multiple occasions using extremely foul language toward them. In one live stream, thinking her mic was muted, she casually called her daughter a dumbass.
Mel, I'm on YouTube though. Don't get this taking you dumbass. Be quiet.
In another clip, she straight up called her daughter Miracle a bitch without a shred of hesitation.
Yeah, TikTok coming back. I know it come back. Don't ask me no question. Quit doing it. Every time I get online, you want to ask me questions. I'm on fucking line. Then I said the wrong thing. They said so. Don't say to me. Do you understand? You get it now, right? Do you get it? I can't hear you. What? Yes, what?
And the sad thing is that the kid wasn't even doing anything to deserve that. She just asked a simple question, and she got this in return. You gotta keep in mind that these clips weren't slips of the tongue or moments of extreme stress. They were spoken with a level of comfort that suggests this is a normal way for her to communicate at home. And as if to make it worse, when confronted by viewers asking how she can look at herself in the mirror after speaking to her own children like that, she didn't apologize or even show the slightest sign of shame. Instead, in classic fashion, she doubled down and smugly stated that she can do it easily.
How you call your child a bitch and look at yourself in the mirror? Easy. Easy. Motherfucker, easy. Easy as a motherfucker. I'm looking at myself in the camera now. Talking to your dumb ass. Cause it's just like that. You don't know what I go through. And y'all trying to make this go so much vibe when y'all ain't doing that but bringing more people to me.
Honestly speaking, the way she's owning it up like there's nothing wrong is just horrifying. A lot of people have also pointed out that if this is the way she behaves with her kids on camera, then what must she do when the cameras aren't running? This kind of open disrespect and verbal abuse toward her kids doesn't just show her lack of empathy, it sets a toxic example for them to carry into their own lives. It's not parenting, it's conditioning them to believe that cruelty is normal. And if you think this is bad, wait until we show you the next clip. In it, she's basically charging at her younger kid, Ken, in an aggressive and almost violent manner.
She lied on me because I'm drunk. I wake him up and she don't. She lied on my mom.
Who stole what?
Listen, y'all, everybody tap the screen chat. Everybody tap. We got 5 minutes.
The way she lunges at him shows zero regard for how her actions might be affecting him emotionally or physically. And again, it's the kind of behavior that leaves you wondering what goes on in that household when the cameras aren't rolling. Instead of being a safe space, the home turns into a stage for her impulsive and reckless outbursts, with her own children caught in the crossfire. There's also a video of her with her daughter that's just as unsettling. In the video, the little girl simply walks up, gently taps her mom's arm and asks her something. Instead of responding like any normal, patient parent would, she immediately snaps at the kid. And not just mildly, but in a sharp, almost hostile way, telling her not to do that because it hurt.
I don't mind. Hey, Ken. They say, hey, Ken. I love your hair, girl. Thank you. This part's trying to go back. I don't like that part. I don't know what she was doing.
Hey, y'all, my mama kicked me today.
Don't do that. That hurt. I don't like that. Come on now. That fake to me. Because you don't act like that. You try to appear sweet to them. And
you can see the child's face drop instantly. Her small moment of affection met with rejection. But it doesn't stop there. She then proceeds to call her own daughter fake, claiming she doesn't act that sweet when the cameras are off. It's a bizarre, almost gaslighting moment where a child's natural warmth is twisted into something suspicious, all because it doesn't fit the mother's narrative. And this, of course, isn't the only time she's done it. There are countless moments from her live streams and videos where her kids can be heard in the background asking for something as basic as food. And instead of addressing them calmly, she snaps back with a blunt, "Shut up," or "Not now." In another clip, she's sitting at the table with her kids, and one of them innocently picks something up. Rather than simply telling them to put it down, she responds in an unnecessarily aggressive and rude tone, making it clear she has very little patience for them, especially when she's on camera.
I ain't nobody see nobody. Oh, I'm sorry he was just in one neighbor like that. I don't know what to say about him. Put that down. It gonna fall. Don't you see everything gonna fall down? You grow. Give me that.
Also, she's constantly yelling and screaming on live streams. Someone on Reddit even joked that the motel she's staying in must be tired of hearing her loud voice 24/7. And honestly, we can agree. The way she behaves and talks so loudly, we're certain she's gonna get kicked out sooner than anyone would expect. And it's not just that. While she's screaming on live stream, she still expects her kids to sleep in the background like nothing is happening. When they don't fall asleep, she threatens to whoop their asses. And not only for sleeping, but for something as small as touching her knee.
So, let me see. Okay. Don't touch my knee. You guys, I hate for anybody to touch my knee. It like tickle or something. And when she touched it, they will talk that at like 4 and 5 months. Do not touch mama knee or you will get your butt tore up. Do not touch mommy knee. But you know how that goes. Go to bed. That's not funny. You don't tell me what you want to do. I asked you to go to bed. Now, if I had to say you one more time, it will be a whipping involvement.
Honestly, this is the kind of behavior she has with her kids that's truly horrifying and makes people genuinely concerned for their well-being. Just imagine, these kids are growing up in this kind of environment. What will they learn and carry forward into their own lives? And it's becoming painfully clear that they're not picking up anything positive from her, especially her younger daughter, Frances. If you take one look at her videos, you'll quickly notice that Frances has a very bad attitude for her age. She's constantly using foul language, and there's even a clip of her oldest daughter, Mackenzie, cursing at her, and she proudly records it like it's something really funny.
Mackenzie, yes, ma'am. I'm gonna ask you one question. You can say anything you want to say, okay? You can't say it no more after this, okay? When I whoop your butt and make you go in your room, what do you be saying about me behind my back?
Retarded edge. Why you judge me? I cleaned up my room. I washed the dishes. You me.
That how you feel, Kenzie?
Yes.
Now, this is something we feel is simply not okay. Teaching your kids the wrong behaviors and using foul language in front of them is bad enough on its own. But then when they imitate those same behaviors, you record it, laugh about it, and basically reward them for it? That's a whole other level of concerning. This sends the message to young kids that they're doing something great, that this is how they can get attention, and that bad behavior is worth repeating because it earns laughs and camera time. Over time, they start to believe that rudeness or disrespect is a way to be noticed and praised. On the flip side, when they do something harmless, even as small as touching your knee, they get yelled at. This teaches an extremely damaging lesson. Kindness or small gestures are punished, but being aggressive, foul-mouthed, or disrespectful earns rewards. That's not just bad parenting, it's setting the stage for long-term behavioral problems. That being said, we now like to talk about some of the internet drama that Grit Baby has been involved in. And honestly, it's shocking to see that almost everything she does is eerily similar to another degenerate TikTok mom, Shanika Grant. Like Nika, she also found herself caught up in a feud with Big Mama. Now, if you don't know who Big Mama is, her TikTok handle is Mama Mercedes. She posts content about her kids, feeding them, and sharing her life. And she also happens to be both a property owner and a landowner. Now, if you take one quick look at Big Mama's content, you'll instantly see that she is nothing like Shanika Grant or Grit Baby. She's the complete opposite in almost every way. She makes sure her kids are well fed, they have a proper home, and it's clear she works hard to provide for them. Her children are loved, cared for, and have a stable environment to grow up in. On top of that, one of the biggest differences is that you will never catch her live streaming or engaging in petty internet fights with her kids in the background. They're not dragged into online drama, nor are they used for content in every other video. Their appearances on her page are limited to wholesome moments, like food videos or fun clips where they're laughing, joking around, and simply enjoying life. It's a far cry from the constant chaos and questionable behavior we see from Shanika and Grit Baby. However, Grit Baby and Shanika still seem to think they're somehow better, constantly trying to copy Big Mama. Now, as for Grit Baby's feud with Big Mama, it all started when Big Mama sent her a message asking if she needed any help with anything. Big Mama had actually wanted to help her get a house or buy some things for her kids, but instead of taking it as a kind gesture, Grit Baby got extremely offended and shot back at Big Mama, claiming that she doesn't even cook for her kids. Now, Big Mama actually made a video addressing Grit Baby directly and explaining what had happened.
I know she's talking about me, but let me tell y'all something. I'm not finna argue with a waltz in a Section 8 hotel, got an attitude and struggling, running from state to state, telling me to cook, and you talking about you cook for your kid. You ain't got no food to cook. You ain't got no food to cook, baby. You ain't got nothing to cook, baby. You can't get mad because you took the donation and you did that. That ain't my fault. That ain't my fault. That ain't my fault. See, that's my fault trying to help people. That's my fault. They're trying to help people. Grit Baby, you ain't on my level, girl. You ain't on my level. I'm not gonna argue with nobody. They still stick their key in their car and unlock them doors, baby. We the upgrade of here. Push down. I'm not finna argue with you, baby. You can't get mad at me because we both got a platform and talking about famous. Girl, you counsel. You the one who watching my videos. I got you feeding your kids. Got a lot of them feeding their kids, baby. You ain't on my level, Waltz. You not. You not.
Now, in this video, Big Mama showed screenshots of the messages she sent to Grit Baby, and honestly, there was nothing hostile about them at all. She was simply offering to help Grit Baby. Honestly, it's absurd how Grit Baby managed to twist something so harmless into something negative. The message that Big Mama sent her read, "I don't know what you are going through. I'm just sending you prayers. Not here to judge, but give you a little advice from another mother. But will you please focus on you and your kids? You can't stop people from talking. You gotta be a good example for your babies. Them kids love you, but you gotta lead the right way. Not with all this drama. They're gonna remember this. And I promise you, you don't want your babies to grow up damaged and still be stuck in the past."
Look at the top. Look at the top. That was Tuesday. Because I screenshotted today. Look at the top. That was Tuesday at 12:53, baby. That was after Monday night. So it was like Tuesday morning. Look, 12:53 a.m. Look at the top. How? I showed did. That said that you need to start creating memories. I said, I'm sending up prayers. I ain't trying to judge you, but a little advice. I said, please focus on you and your children. You can't stop people from talking. You got to be a good example for your babies. Them kids love you, but you got to lead them the right way and all this drama. You do. I said that.
Now, we don't know about you guys, but we don't see anything remotely worth fighting about in this message. However, after Big Mama sent this to Grit Baby, she felt the need to respond and posted a TikTok calling Big Mama out for never cooking for her kids.
At this point, why are y'all continually trying to do me like this? You messaged me and told me your advice. Somebody, you got some advice for me. Then I asked you for your advice, Big Mama. Because if we want to talk about some advice, I got some advice for you. I need for you to learn how to cook and start feeding them kids better, healthier. Because only thing I say you do is go buy everything and just put it on the damn plate and call their name. One. I see you buy a lot of shoes and clothes and all that good stuff. But when are we going to see video where you taking them out?
Now, this unnecessary feud between her and Big Mama dragged on for quite a while. And in our opinion, it just felt very forced and not needed at all. Grit Baby went on live streams and also made other videos about Big Mama, saying that it's actually Big Mama who needs advice from her because she's doing everything she can for her kids.
Hey, advice, I would ask them personally. I would have said, Big Mama, I need some advice from you. She feel about Grit Baby. I don't give a shit. I somehow. One thing about it, I take care of my kid. I don't have to do everything they do. That will make me and my kid unique. I do the best I can, and people see that I really do my thing when it comes out of my kids. That will make me. I ain't got to buy all that what she buy. God bless her, but whatever go up must come down. And the bet is yet to come for me. And I don't give a fuck what y'all got to say, but my shit gonna come honest. Y'all can't get mad because God give me insight and I see when a person went down for me.
Then this prompted a very heated response from Big Mama, where she was just completely fed up with Grit Baby.
The powderhead ass bitch. You do need to keep them kids out of drama. I messaged her private. Private. That was Tuesday. Tuesday, y'all. Tuesday. My kid, we got a house. 7. Finna be 7, bitch.
When even feeding them kids. Somebody, she cook. Bitch, you ain't got nothing to cook with your ugly ass. Goddamn shooter, bitch. Still trying to sell that old dead ass, cold cut ass pussy. I'm through, y'all. I'm through. I ain't finna get that no more clout. Regular ass count.
Another thing people noticed during this whole Big Mama situation was that Grit Baby suddenly started acting like Big Mama. Out of nowhere, she began pumping out videos of herself feeding her kids and making sure they had food in front of them. It was very clear to most viewers that she was trying to put on a performance, probably hoping to score some brownie points or soften her image. But honestly, as much as people could see right through it, a lot of them were still happy she was doing it. At least this way, the kids were actually being fed, even if it was just for the camera.
Off Big Mama. Want me to tell you why? Because I actually looked through her page just out of curiosity to see how many times she often feed them children. Let me tell you something. I ain't never seen her feed her children as much as she been feeding them since she been piggybacking off of Big Mama. So in a way, this might be a blessing in disguise. For once, it looks like she feeding her children, y'all. And I don't even follow her like that. I don't follow her. But, you know, just because I saw her acting like Big Mama, I was like, who is this lady right here? But I tell you something. The Lord works in mysterious ways. So if she got a copy off of Big Mama, in order for her kids to eat good like that, she need to keep copying her.
And if you think this is as low as Grit Baby can go, you're sadly mistaken. Because there's more. And it's somehow even worse than everything we've told you so far. On top of everything she's already done, she's also been inviting men over to her house and allegedly selling her body, running her little 304 side business straight out of motel rooms while her kids are still there. Yeah, you heard that right. She allegedly even slept with her guy in a motel apartment while her own daughter was present. As disturbing as that sounds, it doesn't stop there. According to a TikTok video a woman made about her, this is the same guy who appeared on a live stream with her earlier and claimed he had certain inappropriate pictures of Grip, which she had been selling for money.
Now, y'all knew I was coming, and I ain't even shocked that Grip is even doing like that up in that room while her kids up in there. She looked like she'll do that. But what's crazy to me is that was the same D-Rock dude that got up on her live talking about he been trying to talk to her for months, and that you got to be walking on red carpet in order to talk to Grip. Now you on here exposing her? This man said that he got pictures of Grip and he's selling them for $50 a picture. She talking about with the legs open. What? We don't want to see that shit.
Now, we don't know a lot about this dude, and to be honest, we don't even really want to. It doesn't matter how this dude was in her apartment. What matters is that she let something like this happen. Honestly speaking, this is a very uncomfortable and sensitive topic to discuss. But we believe that at the same time it's important to talk about. This reveals just how dangerous it can be to let someone into your home when children are around. When inappropriate situations happen in the same room while kids are trying to sleep, it highlights a serious failure to protect their safety and well-being. These kinds of experiences can have a lasting impact on a child's emotional and mental health. It's a harsh reminder that kids in such environments are extremely vulnerable and need strong support systems to protect them from harm. This situation makes it clear how urgent it is for these kids to be rescued and given the care they deserve. But wait, there are more horrifying details on the incident. Grit Baby's teenage daughter Miracle reportedly shared a troubling experience with someone, and it somehow got out. While at home, Miracle was in the same room as her mother, but chose to pretend to be asleep because she felt uncomfortable. Later, she woke up to witness her mother on top of another man, which, of course, made her feel uneasy and confused. What made the situation even more distressing was that a man present during this time appeared to pay inappropriate attention to Miracle, who's only 13 years old. He apparently locked eyes with this kid and maintained eye contact, all while her mother and he were doing the deed. We mean, gag! After this information came to light, a lot of people started speaking out about Grit Baby, calling her out for her disgustingly neglectful behavior. A TikTok creator named Savion recently posted a heartfelt video expressing his deep disappointment and clearly explaining the events that have shocked many and, quite frankly, left people feeling traumatized for this young girl. His video brought to light the seriousness of this situation, highlighting how disturbing and harmful the experience must have been for the child involved.
And disappointed by you. It is a thin line between love and hate. Your 12 or 13-year-old daughter watched you sit on top of a man and ride him. And while you were having intercourse with this man, your child locked eyes with him and the man said nothing. She was playing sleep because she was scared. Your daughter Miracle went on to tell someone who she thought could help or she trusted that you have been sleeping with men in that hotel for money. That man went on to get on TikTok and tell people instead of getting real help or contacting the authorities. What can we do, sir? Now that girl Miracle is probably getting the knocked out of her because what goes on in this house stays in this house. Y'all know how it go. Grip Baby is an addict and that girl is scared. She has multiple children in that hotel room while she's running a 304 business.
Following this, numerous concerned individuals have reported the case to Child Protective Services, CPS, emphasizing that this is not a matter to be overlooked or dismissed as just bad parenting.
Baby is a addict, okay? Y'all sit up here and call CPS on Peach all day long, knowing damn well Peach's kids is more than taken care of. CPS pulling up on Peach, the kids in the background playing on the water slide bigger than my whole apartment. Y'all call CPS on EK, even though her and her baby daddy be going at it. CPS is not for the baby daddy. CPS is for the kids, and the kids is taken care of. Y'all call CPS on everybody but who y'all need to call CPS on. I've been lost respect for Grip Baby when she was flying all around, getting her hair done, her makeup done, going on this interview, going on that interview, and Ken is still running around here with no fucking glasses. I'm a real mom, so I look beyond all that buying cupcake and pizzas and chicken wings and lining them out on the table. I look past all that, taking them to get their nails done, because I know kids require way more than that. Kids require shit money cannot buy, and Grip only show us what the money could buy. When it comes down to the things that money can't buy, like teaching them, showing them respect, giving them respect, she cussed Miracle out on live for smelling musty, like it's not her fault as her mom to teach her how to not be musty. Now she done moved from Georgia all the way to North Carolina with these kids, got them living in a hotel room. Now the little girl telling people how she waking up seeing Grip on top of a man, and the man looking her dead in her eyes like, what is going on?
And honestly speaking, we 100% agree. This incident reveals a dangerous environment for the children living there, one that puts their physical and emotional safety at risk. However, what worries people the most is the unknown nature of the individuals being invited into the home. If those people are so disrespectful and inappropriate that they would make eye contact with a teenage girl while engaging in intimate acts with her mom in the same room, it raises serious questions about what else these kids might be exposed to. The potential for further harm or neglect cannot be ignored. However, Grip Baby is still out there trying to prove to people what an amazing mother she is. She posted a video on her TikTok asking everyone to stop calling CPS because, according to her, they're not going to do anything. In fact, she recently received a visit from CPS, but it appears she may have coached her kids on what to say during the investigation. It seems she used her kids as a way to try and paint herself as a good mother, despite the serious concerns raised by others. And not only this, but she also used her kids in the TikTok video, telling people to stop calling CPS on her.
CPS have came again. They have did my case safety, my house, my suite, motel is safe for them to be around me. So what I need for y'all to do is try a little harder, and my kids have something to say.
Y'all need to stop calling CPS over and over again, because they ain't gonna do nothing, honey.
Why they ain't gonna do nothing?
Call CPS on yourself.
Why
they ain't gonna do nothing, because our mom take care of us real good. She got Jordans, floors, clothes. Look at these clothes I got on. She got hair. She got my hair done.
What you got to say, Henry? Come on, stop, cause I got to be in the camera.
Fancy, you don't gotta explain yourself. But you do buy Jordans, floors, the shoes that came out. Yeah, she bought us the new shoes that just came out. Yeah, but they in the store, so don't worry about that.
Do y'all eat every day?
Yeah, every day.
Good, right?
Good. She cooking. She now cooking right now. She cooking some netball.
No, Turkey Rain, don't tell me I'm cooking. It's a video.
The way these kids are ecstatic about getting things like shoes really says a lot about what they're receiving from Grip Baby. Honestly speaking, it makes you wonder what options these children have. Are they expected to agree with whatever Grip Baby tells them to say? It raises serious concerns about whether the kids feel safe to speak freely, or if they're being pressured to present a certain image for their mother's sake. And even after everything that's happened, Grip Baby still hasn't let go of her pattern of putting herself first, even in the middle of the worst situations. She has the audacity to call another mother's baby unattractive, which many found shocking and insensitive. Recently, a creator named True Mama became the target of Grip Baby's harsh words. Not only did Grip Baby attack True Mama, but she also insulted her baby by calling the child unattractive. In response, True Mama posted a video addressing Grip Baby's behavior, standing up for herself and her child.
Goddamn nerve to get up on here and call my baby ugly. Like, out of all the stuff you could have said bald head, you could have said anything bad. I would have took bad, but you said ugly. Out of all things ugly, yeah, you definitely on that stuff. Mind you, girl, it's Sunday morning. The first thing you wake up and say is, this baby ugly, my child ugly. And her shirt was faded. I'm not even gonna go through your videos or your children, because I'm not here to bring you down because you already at the bottom. I'm not here to bring you down any further than what you already at. I wouldn't even say that about no clothes being faded, because it looks like your priorities messed up. You talking about clothes and shoes, and I'm talking about putting a roof over your children's head and food in their belly. If folks was trying to tell me that you own real bad, and I didn't believe it, I just thought you was a little throw it off. But you need some of this, you need some ashwagandha, because you are a little too hype. You're a little too hype. Same person that sat up here and got on here and called her child musty in front of the whole live and told her to go take a bath because you can't take it no more. Why you not teaching your children about hygiene and stuff like that? You too busy worried about begging on TikTok. You can't even spend time with your children. You swear you got a suite at this hotel. You ain't took them kids to the pool yet. Or why they ain't at the pool? And you talking about a college fund. True probably ain't even, she gonna be so set way before college even come. My baby gonna have money for her waiting on her too as soon as she turn 18. Like, that's how for real I don't play about this mama shit. For in them 2 videos that you just posted, that's gonna be the most traffic that comes to your page, literally. Like, that's gonna be the most traffic coming to your page. Because after this, baby, you've been through, like, these people been counted you, you've been over with. But I just made you relevant again. That's why your live been jumping like that. That's why your live and your shit been jumping like that. Girl, your numbers are ass. The folks is tired of you. They been caught on you. You on real bad. You get on live in bed. Don't nobody want to watch you no more. It was fun. It was cute when you had your kids lined up getting ready for school. We actually felt bad for you. We felt bad for you. We like, dang, this a single mom of 5 working hard to make her children, you know, do all this and that. And now I take you as a joke.
Honestly, it's kind of funny if it weren't so sad that Grip Baby always seems to go after other mothers. She criticized Big Mama by saying she doesn't cook for her children, and then she went after True Mama by calling her baby ugly. This really says a lot about the insecurities she's dealing with. In our opinion, she's projecting her own mistakes and faults onto others because deep down, she knows she's struggling as a mother. She's aware that she's neglecting her kids, treating them badly, not giving them what they deserve. Instead, she's focused on buying new things for herself every other day. To be honest, this isn't just about food anymore, although that's been an issue. In some ways, her food situation is better than someone like Shanika Grant's. At least she's not eating full fast food meals in her car all the time, but the problems go much deeper. There are serious concerns that she might even be exploiting her children, running a business out of her motel room while she's still refusing to get a separate space for herself. It's a dangerous and unhealthy environment, especially since she's unwilling to make changes that would provide her kids with a safer, more stable home. But this is still not everything. In fact, this is barely scratching the surface. Grip Baby has neglected her daughter, Ken, to the point that the girl now has a serious eye condition, a cross eye, because her mom refuses to buy her glasses. As a result, Ken has had to undergo eye surgery.
Sue Tenton eyes was normal before.
Come on, this way. Tell her what she's around for. Come on, me. Always put it on somebody. Don't have it on the thing. Put on me, kids, or somebody. When she go that way, you don't do it. Then when you film money, because she's not doing it right. She filming everybody else. I can't do that. I get copyrighted. We will get in trouble for filming other people. Yeah.
More recently, Grip Baby's also been accused of scamming her audience to her full potential, taking advantage of her followers in ways that have caused even more controversy and disappointment. As you guys know, one of the biggest concerns both her audience and people in general on the internet have focused on is Grit Baby's living situation. She's constantly moving from state to state, hopping from one motel to another, which has raised serious worries about how this instability is affecting her kids. What Grit Baby did was announce that she's moving to a better home. But it's not just any home. According to her, it's a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom apartment or house. The problem is the details keep changing every second, and so it's hard to know what to believe. She even claims that people will be able to tour her new place or apartment for just $19.99, which has left many confused and skeptical about the reality of her living conditions.
Y'all ain't gonna do nothing but hate. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing but hate. Oh, I thought it went mine. Oh, it mine. That way, them facts, in that order, God is good. He got me there. I ain't do this on my own. See y'all later.
If you've been following Grit Baby recently during all of this, you know that she's been posting a lot about her new house and even promoting live tours that she's selling to her audience. However, many people don't believe that this house is even real. Instead, there's growing speculation that she's actually moving to a used rundown house or motel room rather than the luxurious place she claims.
Y'all sit your ass up there and really believe Grit Baby got a new house, 5-bedroom, 3-bath. Y'all so gullible. That's most definitely an Airbnb or an extended stay. They walked in with some arms. The door already dirty, and by the way that locks looks, it looked like an Airbnb. Just by the way the lock look. Then the house is already furnished. You already got a dining table, Group, and you was just begging us for money last week? You bought a dining table? Girl, I don't believe that. My thing is, how you meet somebody at a gas station? They gave you the paper. They got the house on the paper. They telling you, oh yeah, you can move in tomorrow. Like, you literally did that process in 3 days. When you renting a house, it happened that quick. I don't think we living in 2025. What? First of all, we need proof of income. You have no income.
What people think is happening is that Grit Baby probably moved into an Airbnb or is staying at someone else's house, because it doesn't seem like she's getting a proper leased house or rental. She also appears to be using this situation as an opportunity to mislead people by claiming it's her 5-bedroom apartment or house and charging her audience money to see it. While we don't know exactly what this kind of behavior is legally called, it definitely falls into the scammy territory. And guess what? You don't even have to wait long to find out what was really going on with her house situation, because someone managed to find the address of the house, or it was revealed through a picture she posted, and it turns out that the house was actually listed for sale on Zillow. So yeah, she's been trying to scam her audience all while getting on live streams and beginning to help her and give her money. Honestly speaking, her begging habit has gotten worse over time, and this is exactly what we expected from her. There are countless clips and live stream videos of her where she's either asking for food or begging people to help her.
At this point, can y'all just help Brooke like she asking y'all food?
Please help me. I'm asking for help. Like, okay, y'all say I put that stuff on my nose. Don't give me nothing. Go ahead and straight all 5 of my kids to go back in.
You might do win. I'm on chat, drop my stuff one more time. You might do win. You is professional. I'm not professional.
Thank you. We got beds and stuff for him. We ain't hardly got no clean clothes. Can somebody help with the washing powder?
Oh, my condo chat.
In our opinion, Grit Baby's story serves as an important lesson about the responsibilities that come with parenthood and the impact of one's actions on their children's well-being. It highlights the dangers of neglect, especially when basic needs like medical care and a stable home environment are not met. Her story also warns against the risks of projecting personal insecurities through harmful behavior toward others, and the consequences of using social media to create false narratives that can mislead audiences. Most importantly, it reminds us that the safety and emotional health of kids must always come first, and that honesty, accountability, and genuine care are essential in building trust, not only within families, but also in the public eye. It's sad to see that the internet has become a place for enabling people like her and many others who are treating their horribly and somehow managing to monetize on it, get free stuff, and continue to get worse. At the end of the day, the situation surrounding Grit Baby highlights the serious consequences of neglect, dishonesty, and exploitation, especially when children are involved. From neglecting her daughter's health needs to creating a false image of stability and scamming her own audience, Grit Baby's actions raise important questions about responsibility and accountability. On this note, we'd like to end today's video. However, before we go, we'd like to request that all of you watching this video be more mindful about who we're donating to and who we're enabling on the internet. If you've stayed this far into the video, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. In the meantime, leave a comment down below and let us know what you think about the Grit Baby situation. Do you think it's ever going to get better, or whether her kids will ever find stability?